Damir, you're an expert in blockchain and technology around it. Can you provide some perspective about how governments are using this technology?
Well, for now, some governments are starting to learn about this particular technology. There are some cases where it's being even tested or beta tested, but it will take some time for a proper adoption and basically for the full potential of this amazing technology to prove its worth. Obviously, the challenge is much more than just technology. The challenge is political. The challenge is even on the personal safety and security issues. So there is a lot to do for a proper adoption, from the awareness and education level up to the proven and testing of the technology level. So, and we believe to be one of the leading companies being in the trenches in the real implementation currently in the world.
I think like any new technology, things are often misunderstood because people they haven't had time to kind of get to understand what it really means, what it really will do, what the security issues are, or the security benefits might be. There are, I think, many benefits of using blockchain. Can you provide some perspective on, why governments, why organizations should be leveraging the technology?
Well, the thing is that we as society came to the point where the internet that started basically with the global adoption in 90s came to a late maturity, which means that right now the basically benefits of the internet are still higher than the cost. But unfortunately, the cost, especially on the safety and security side of the internet, is getting higher and over benefits, and the risks as well. And so it is time to seriously think about the new generation of internet. And this is where blockchain is not only promising but also delivering. There is technically nothing else that is delivering right now a solution for the new generation of internet that will actually provide to users, to people, everything that we expect from internet naturally, which is definitely security on the first place, because the new internet is the internet of the value of the assets, where basically we are putting significant part of our lives onto it. So this is not anymore emailing each other, sending each other bits and pieces of information. Now we are literally putting very big chunks of our lives onto this network, and in the current state we cannot be happy or safe, and that is exactly the value that blockchain is bringing on the stage. Is the next generation of internet that can not only promise but also deliver safety, security in the first place, and then immutability and many other advantages that basically puts control back into our hands as users. As we all know, we are basically losing that control day by day, and it is time to change something dramatically from bottom up.
I'm not sure many people truly understand how necessarily that might work with blockchain. Obviously, privacy of data is a major concern. Can you provide a little bit of perspective of in a practical sense, why this may actually be an advantage using blockchain technology from a security perspective?
Well, think only about infrastructure, right? Anything in the world works on infrastructure, whether it's highways or it's technology, right? And so when you wonder about some ecosystem place or a cyberspace where we are putting big parts of our lives, we have to wonder who controls this infrastructure. because those who control the infrastructure, they pretty much control everything, right? And how much of the say do I have as a user to how is my data being used? How is my data being monetized? How much of all that do I have? Not many people ask themselves, well, why do I have 5 Gmail accounts and all of them are free? I would bet you that most people will just still think it's a miracle and a gift of great people. And in the big sense it is, there are great technology minds who have developed all that. But there is also an economical logic behind it. And that is simply that your data and what you are giving out is much more valuable than what you are getting, which is a free email account, free Facebook account, free LinkedIn account, and so on. Many people will maybe even acknowledge that, but they have never thought of the depth of that situation. I would recommend everyone to take some time and think about it, because in a couple of years' time, it will start becoming very, very important for even your everyday life.
I'd like to thank you very much indeed for taking the time to talk to us about blockchain.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you for your interest in the subject.